Dear students, this is Dr. Biju Vasdeva. In this video, we will discuss chapter 9.7 curl and divergence. This is for week 6 of regular semesters. Curl and divergence. What is the vector field? Then we will discuss curl and divergence of the vector field. Vector functions of 2 and 3 variables. First one is two-dimensional vector field, which is given here in x and y, p and q, pi, qj. For three-dimensional vector field, pi, qj are k. All the components p, q, r are functions of three variables, r, q, p, whatever it is, isn't it? In three-dimensional case. In two-dimensional case, they are function of two variables. So they are called vector field. And wherever there is a flow, you can say electromagnetic field or a water flow, blood flow, you will find the application of vectors. It's coming. Some physical examples have been given. Airflow around an airplane wing. First one. Blood flow. Flow of the blood in an artery. So this is inverse square force field. This one is a repelling force. Actually, when two positive sides are together, you will find such a force. Now, in this PowerPoint, it's given how to draw two-dimensional vectors. For three-dimensional case, we should use some graphing utilities like MATLAB. For two-dimensional vectors, we can physically try some level, but the accuracy can be done only by some graphing utilities. We can use MATLAB, for example. So this function is nothing but f vector of x comma y is negative yi plus x j. Negative yi plus xj. This is the vector, right? Okay. So how to draw this vector? We have a point here. It should be noted down. At any point on the circle x square plus y square, a vector would have length k. That's the point we are going to use. So to draw this vector, we take on xy axis, we take some circles. First circle of length k1, second circle of length k2, third circle of length k3, because if the circle length, circles of radius k1, k2, k3, isn't it? This is of radius k1, this is of radius k2, this is of radius k3. So when you draw a vector on the circle, the length of the vector will be k1, isn't it? So obviously first vector circle has been chosen as x square plus y square equal 1. Second circle is x square plus y square. Here the radius is 1, here the radius is root 2, and here the radius is 2. So on this circle, when we want to draw this vector, we take points 1, 0, 0, 1, negative 1, 0, 0, negative 1. All the 4 points on this function will give negative yi plus xj, and this vector will give length 1, because one of them is always 0, so another one, when you substitute these 4 points in this vector field, will get length of the vector is 1. So when you substitute here, first point 1, 0, x is 1, y is 0, isn't it? So it is j vector. J vector is your outcome here given. So when you substitute the second point 0, 1, x is 0, y is 1, x is 0, y is 1, negative I is your second vector given here. So in this way the remaining vector, when you substitute the third point 1, 0 in this vector, negative 1, 0, x is negative 1, y is 0, so it's negative j is our third vector. Fourth point, x is 0, so only yi, minus 1, it will be positive I is the fourth vector. So these points are going to be represented on the graph. First circle, the point is here. This is 1, 0, this is 0 comma 1. This is negative 1 comma 0. This is 0 comma negative 1. The fourth point is here. Now check the vectors. J is a vector in the direction of y. So from first point you will find a vector like this. From second point you will get negative I in this direction. For third point negative j opposite to y axis. Fourth point I vector in the direction of x. Now second circle K2 is of radius to root 2, isn't it? Now we need to choose points on the circle so that the length of the vector is root 2, isn't it? So at all points, as per this rule, at any point on the circle K, the vector have length K. So obviously we will choose a vector here. 1 1. This point is x is negative 1, y is 1. This point is both are negatives, and this point is x is positive, y is negative, isn't it? So on these 4 points, substitute these 4 points in the vector field here and get 4 vectors. All the 4 vectors are given here. First point, second point, third point, isn't it? And you should have a basic idea how to draw a vector. If this is x and this is y, if you want to draw a vector 2i plus 3j, what do you do? 2 units in x direction, 3 units in y direction. So you find a point here, draw the vector here, isn't it? This way you have to draw from this point, this point. You will start at 1 comma 1. The vector is negative I plus j. So negative I at this point is opposite to x direction, this way, positive j in this direction. So your flow is in this direction. Similarly, at this point you will find the vector is flowing in this direction. At this point it will find moving in this direction. At this point it will be in this direction. So on the third circle you can try, and the graph is roughly given here. Now we will draw one full graph for a vector. By using MATLAB you can find vectors for every point between this one, every point on the xy plane. It will be showing the entire flow of the vector. It has a rotation. It's going in this way, isn't it? So you can find this vector has a rotation. Not all vectors. Now we are introducing you the del operator. What is del? What's the role of del? Is differentiation in 3 directions. I, j, k. Sum of the changes, rate of changes, isn't it? In the direction of x, in the direction of y, in the direction of z. So if I give you a scalar function pi is a scalar function which does not have a direction. When you apply delta pi, it will get direction. Del pi is nothing but differentiate pi with respect to x and multiply with I. Differentiate pi with respect to y and multiply with j. So that is what done when you operate del with pi. Third term del with respect to z and k vector, isn't it? So that is what called a gradient of the scalar function pi. Del pi is called a gradient. It's given gradient. What is the physical meaning of gradient? Gradient in physical meaning, it's called physical point of view, it's called direction of maximum change. Direction of maximum change. Direction of maximum change, isn't it? That is the meaning of gradient. So gradient is whenever you are asked to find gradient, use this formula. For a scalar function, find its partial derivative with respect to x, y. This is a function of 3 derivatives. If the function of two variables, one term should be cut. Isn't x, k term should be cut. That's it. So derivate the function with respect to x, y, z partially and use as a components of I, j, k. You will get the gradient. Direction of maximum change. Clear? Okay. Now let's see curl. In other words, you can say it's a rotation. If you find a curl and you end up with some answer, positive answer, you say that is a curl is the function has some, the vector field has some rotation. The curl is 0 for any function vector field, then it says the vector field is irrotational when curl of a vector f is 0. The vector has no rotation. So you can find our graph, there is a rotation. So for that function, particular vector field, if you find curl, you will not end up with 0. Okay. Instead of this formula, I suggest you to go with this one. This is easiest one. So the answer is this one. But the idea is find the determinant of 2. This is cross product. Concept of cross product. Del is our del operator and cross product with the f vector. So what is del? Del operator, it's a vector, isn't it? Dou by dou x into I, dou by dou y into j, dou by dou z into k. F vector has 3 components, pi, qj, r, k. Now how do you find cross product of 2 vectors? First vector and second vector, isn't it? First ijk in the first row, second row will be the components of del, third row will be the components of f. As usual, how to find the cross product of 2 vectors a and b? First row will be ijk, second row will be the components of a, isn't it? a1, a2, a3. Third row will be the components of b, b1, b2, b3. The determinant, matrix determinant should have been known to you, right? And this will result in this one. This is the way. If you find the determinant of the matrix, that will give you the vector curl. So del cross f, del operator, the previous gradient, it was just an operation. There is no cross nor dot between del f. It is between del and pi. Pi is a scalar function, isn't it? But when del operates with vectors, it will have cross or dot. So when del operator is working with vectors, you will find either cross product or dot product. If it is working with a scalar, it is just an operation. Just find the partial derivatives of pi, use ijk. Okay, that is it. So the cross product is called curl, dot product is called divergence. That's we are going to find divergence next. So we are coming to the point of divergence. Now a fluid flow through the element of ds. F is the fluid vector function moving through the component form of the vector function given here. So here in this graph you can see cube has been given on 6 sides. The total flux of vector field. What is flux? Flux is the flow of the fluid through a surface for unit time. That is called a flow. So flux. So total flux means all the 6 the flow of the vector field through all the 6 surfaces. 6 surfaces. This is the total flux. And when you calculate this total flux, that is called divergence of the vector field. How a vector is diverging from each other, moving out. Isn't it? Moving out. That is divergence. Derived here. Finding the flux, the dimension of flux is given. The volume of fluid flowing through an element of surface area del S per unit time is flux. Right? Physically, but it's excited definition. Obviously, you can write flux is the flow of vector, the flow of a fluid through a surface per unit time. Now F is assumed to be Pi, Qj, Rk. Now the volume, obviously height and base, isn't it? Height and base. Height is the function compound, that is component function, and del S is base. Del S is given, F has been given F dot n. F vector with its outward normal vector. Outward normal vector is in this graph. In this direction, outward normal vector will be appearing. Outward normal vector for this kind of cube is this direction. Outward normal vector is y direction, it is j. In this direction, outward normal vector is negative j. In this direction, it is k vector. In this direction, it is negative k vector. So towards x, it is I vector. Opposite to x, it is negative I vector. So for every direction there is an outward normal vector, either ijk or opposite signs, negative signs, right? So since we are dealing with f1 phase, the outward normal vector is negative j. So f dot product with f dot product with negative j, that is what given here, which will give you only q. J dot negative j will be negative times q, and del z in the for this surface the area is z and x, isn't it? Z and x. So del z del x. That is it. That is the volume flux for this one surface. In this way, we find surface flux for all the sides, and then finally, when you sum them up, you will get this shape. This is called divergence. How to find divergence without doing all this task is given here. Divergence. The formula for divergence of f vector field is del operator dot product with f vector. Del operator dot product with. So del perform three important tasks here. So what do you mean by dot product? How do you find? Del is dou by dou x I plus dou by dou y j dou by dou z k. This is del, and dot product with f. F is p I q j r k. R k. P q r functions of three variable. Now dot product I dot I will be 1, so you will get dou by dou x p, dou p by dou x. Second part, dou by dou y goes with q, dou q by dou y. Third term, dot product k dot k will be 1, so third term and third term, dou r over dou z. This is given here. This is divergence of the vector. So del operator gives us three different operations. With the scalar function pi, it gives gradient del pi. With the vector function f, when you use cross product, it will give curl. With the vector field, if you use dot product, it will give divergence. Del dot f, del cross f, and we need all these things in these concepts have been highly used in Maxwell's equations, electromagnetic field. If you have in your syllabus any Maxwell's equation, you can refer this one. So observe that f. So this is the way to find divergence, del dot f. Find the dot product of del operator and f vector. You know already how to use dot product and cross product. Might have studied in calculus 3, right? Okay, this question is not clear in this. I will write, don't worry. This results some important properties of the curl divergence have been listed out here. I will write down because the equation is not working in the tab. I will write it down here, which is curl of a gradient f, which is del cross del. F is scalar. You can take, in this case f is given color, so I can take f. Del cross del f is equal to 0. So actually, what is gradient? Gradient is direction of maximum change. So in the direction of maximum change, the total flow will be moving. So if one side vector I is moving in this, j vector flow will be in this direction. This will be direction of maximum change. So if all vector components move in this stage, it will not have rotation. That's why the rotation, that is curl of the gradient, is 0. Next, divergence of next is if vector is having a continuous second partial derivatives. F is a vector here it is scalar. Now this result I am going to write here. Divergence of curl f vector is, which is divergence del dot del cross f is 0. If a vector is rotating, its divergence is 0. Isn't it? Its divergence is 0. That's given here. So the rotation, a physical example of rotation here, divergence. This is diverging outside. This is converging. It means opposite divergence. There is negative divergence. Isn't divergence is negative, divergence is positive here. Physical interpretation of what? Of rotation, irrotational. This flow has no rotation. This flow has rotation. Isn't it? Rotational flow, rotational flow. So if curl of a function is vector field is 0, it is called irrotational. Similarly, if divergence of a vector field is 0, we call it solenoidal. Solenoidal, right? Not down, this one. And what is given here? Divergence of vector field can be interpreted as the measure of the rate of change of the density of the fluid at a point. Divergence of F is measure of the fluid's compressibility. That's the highlighting point. Divergence is the measure of the fluid's compressibility. If the divergence is 0, the fluid is incompressible. This is your highlighting point. If divergence del dot F is 0, the fluid is incompressible. Otherwise, it is compressible. So, incompressible. It is not diverging. It is incompressible. In electromagnetic theory, if del dot F is 0, the vector field is solenoidal. Okay, here some equation application problem. I will write the question, don't worry. So the question is to graph the vectors. Graph the vector. So what is this vector? I will write it clearly. Don't worry. F vector of two variables x, y. Negative xi plus yj. And this problem I will draw only one graph, because drawing the graph under this current scenario is not so important. You just understand how it is working, because most of the time to draw the vectors we use graphing utilities. Okay, problem number 5, which is f of x comma y is equal to just yj. Just yj, isn't it? Okay, how to draw this vector field on the graph as far as possible by using hands. Okay, let's take as usual 3 circles. We know we are going to draw the circles, draw the vectors on the circles. I'm solving only this problem number 2. Try 5 yourself. Okay, you take 3 circles. X square plus y square is equal to 1, where k is 1, isn't it? And k is root 2. X square plus y square is root 2 square, it is 2. Third, k is 2. X square plus y square is 4. Now, roughly, let us draw the circle. First circle, 1, 1, all directions 1 unit. Second circle, third circle, this second 2 units, isn't it? Okay, on the first circle we take 4 points. One is first circle here, 1 comma 0, 0 comma 1, 0 comma 1, negative 1 comma 0, 0 comma negative 1. When you substitute all the 4 points in this function, you will get 4 different vectors. This point will give you x is 1, y is 0. So negative I plus 0. Negative I plus 0. Second point will, when you substitute in this function, you will get x is 0, I is 0, y is 1, j vector. Third point will get you negative 1 of x, positive I. Fourth point, x is 0, y is negative j. So this point is here 1 comma 0. Negative I is in the x direction. This is x, this is y. So negative I in the opposite side, opposite direction. Second point, 0 comma 1 is here, and here j direction. In this direction you are moving 1 unit. Third point, you are here, negative 1 comma 0. I direction, I vector is this direction, negative I in the opposite direction. Okay? Fourth point, you are here, 0 comma, yes, fourth point, you are here, 0 comma negative 1, which is negative j vector. J vector is upward, negative j vector is downward 1 unit. Okay, now we have done 4 vectors. Second circle, we will go for second circle. Take 4 points on the circle, which is easy to calculate. 1 1 1, negative 1 comma 1, third negative 1 negative 1, fourth x is positive, y is negative. So when you substitute all the points in this f, first point x is 1, y is 1, gives you our first vector negative I plus j. Second point on the same f vector will give I plus j. Third point will give you I minus j. Fourth point will give you minus I minus j. How to represent these 4 vectors? 1 1 in the first quadrant, isn't we are here. 1 1 we are here on this second circle where k is root 2. Isn't it here? K is root 2. So 1 1 here. Negative I goes in this direction, positive j goes in this direction, so summation of this one, it will be in this direction. You come to this point, negative 1 1, negative 1 1 here, isn't it? So here the vector is I plus j, I in this direction, j in this direction, so your vector is in this direction. In this point, negative 1, both are negative ones, isn't it? The vector is I minus j. I is in this direction, minus j is in this direction, so vector flow will be in this direction. Finally, at this point here you can find minus I minus j. Minus I in this direction, minus j in this direction, vector flow will be in this direction. So outside vector you can take 3 4 more points, 2 comma 0 0 comma 2 to minus 2 comma 0 0 comma minus 2. Easily you will identify the length will be 2. So from here 2 units you can find the vectors. Vectors will be minus 2i, 2j, minus 2 x is minus 2. This will be 2i, finally minus 2 y is minus 2, minus 2j. So when you draw the vectors, it will find in this direction, and another vector in this direction, another vector in this direction, in this direction. So you find roughly, if you see, the vector flow will be like in this axis, it will be like this. Here all vectors are moving this way, and here it is moving this way, here it is moving this way, here it is moving this way, isn't it? So a rough idea of the graph has been drawn. Now I will show the original figure drawn by using the softwares. So that is it. For second problem also there is a draw, you can check. third, tough to solve. Okay. Find the curl and divergence. You know the idea, so I am not going to solve all the problems. Curl means cross product, del cross f. Divergence can be found by using dot product. So for sample one problem, let's see. And these questions are not clear. I would like to write and solve the questions on a white sheet. 8, problem number 8 and 8, 10, 15 from the textbooks. I will write separately and solve for you guys. Whiteboard. Go to whiteboard. So problem number 8 is f vector. So we are finding curl and divergence. 10 y z I 2 x square z j plus 6 x cube k vector. That is first question. 8th. So what is curl? Del cross f is called curl. How do you find del? First row is determinant I j k. I j k. Second row dou by dou x, dou by dou y, dou by dou is the component of del. The components of del is. Third row components of the vector f. First term 10y z. Second term 2x square z. Third term 6x cube. Okay. When you find determinant, first term will be I into the determinant of this first these four elements, isn't it? So what do you get? Dou by dou y goes with 6x cube. Okay. 6x cube minus dou by dou z 2x square z. This is for I minus j. What to do for j? This element goes with this element, isn't it? Dou by dou x of 6x cube minus dou by dou z of 10yz. This is for j plus k vector, which is this and this, isn't it? Dou by dou x of 2x square z minus dou by dou y of 10y z for k. So what do you get from here? First one, this is not differentiable with y. There is no y, so this term will be 0. There is z here, so it is negative 2x square for I. So first del cross f, the first element is negative 2x square I plus, go back, and now for j, negative j, isn't it? When you differentiate this term with respect to x, you will get 18x square. So 18x square, there is a minus j outside. Next term, when you differentiate this term with respect to z, you get 10y. So minus 10y. So minus should be multiplied inside. So positive 10y minus 18x square. That is the second term. J is positive, j negative is 10y minus 18x square. The third term here, k vector. When you differentiate this one with respect to x, you will get to 4x z. 4x z. So first term is 4x z. Second term minus 10 z. When you differentiate with respect to y partially, minus 10 z, isn't it? Minus 10 z with respect outside k vector. This will be the third term. Okay. So plus 4xz minus 10z times k vector, that is del cross f. Now this is curl, and I think finding curl is very easy for you because it is just a cross product of the del operator and the given vector, and you know how to find cross product of two vectors. So I am not spending much time on this one. If you still have doubts, you can ask me questions during my live session. Next I am going to find a del dot f for this problem with divergence. Divergence of f is del dot f. Now we will write both the vectors. What is del? Dou by dou x I plus dou by dou y j plus dou by dou z k. Dot product with f. F is given 10y z I plus 2x square z j plus 6x cube k. Now I goes with I dot product. I dot I is 1. So first term dou by dou x into 10y z. Otherwise you can directly use the formula of divergence. First component of f with respect to x, second component of f with respect to y, third command of f with respect to z. Just differentiate it, that's it. Plus dou by dou y 2x square z plus dou by dou z 6x cube. So I dot I will be 1, j dot j will be 1, k dot k, there is no ijk. So this one first term will give you 0, there is no x. Second term there is no y, second term also 0. Third term there is no z, there is also 0. So the final answer is 0. There is divergence is 0. Solenoidal. And the similar way you can try the remaining two problems on the PowerPoint. Those are problem number 10. Problem number 10. F vector is x minus y whole cube I plus e raised to minus yz j plus xy e raised to 2y k. This you can expand if you like and try, otherwise you can differentiate as it is, no issue. You can find curl and divergence. The answer is for this question I am writing curl is x into e raised to 2y plus y into e raised to minus yz. In the PowerPoint you can find the answer. You can download the PowerPoint. 2xy e raised to minus 2y, all this times I minus y into e raised to y j plus 3 into x minus y whole square k. And divergence of this function f vector is 3 times x minus y whole square minus z e raised to minus yz. Another function in the PowerPoint is problem number 13. F vector is xy e raised to xi minus x cube y z e raised to z j plus x y square e raised to y k vector, right? The answer is on the PowerPoint for this. You can check. Okay, now I am going to the PowerPoints. The answer again may not be displaying here properly. Just download the PowerPoint, you can check. Okay, here problem is a different one. Number 6. For the constant vector, again you are finding curl. The question is verify the given identity. What is the identity? What is this vector? This is R vector xi yj plus zk. Find the identity. The identity is curl of R vector is 0. We have to prove. So very easy, you can find what is the formula for curl. I, J, K, and this is dou by dou x, dou by dou y, dou by dou z. The components of R are x, y, z. So when for I, use this 4, isn't it? When you differentiate this one, there is z with respect to y is 0, z with respect to y with respect to z is again 0, minus j vector dou x, and this is 0, minus dou z with dou x with respect to z is 0, plus k vector, these 4 elements, try, what is it, 0 again. So answer is 0. Sorry for the inconvenience because of this equations are not displaying in some software, that's the problem. Otherwise it could have been easy. So I will rearrange the proof for this one. Del cross f plus g, we are supposed to prove that del cross f plus del cross g, this one here, divergence of curl f vector is 0. We have to prove these two and finally show that this one. And you remember in this kind of online classes, these kind of proofs are immaterial, because during the exams we cannot ask you to prove the results, right? So for this semester we cannot study, we don't need to study. We can check whether these results are good or not, and we don't need to prove them right now. Curl of divergence of curl is 0, and f and g are two different vectors. When you add them, find first add and then take curl is equal to find curl for every function and then add them. Right. That's the first one. Second one is curl of divergence of curl is 0. The third result is del dot del f. This is divergence of the gradient. This is called divergence of the gradient f. F is a scalar when f is a scalar. This is very easy. You can find the del operator and you can find the dot product with the del f. Gradient is fxi, fyz, fzk, and del operator will give you dou by dou xi, dou by dou y j, dou by dou zk. That's a dot product will give second derivation. F double x, f double y is easily verified, but we don't want this kind of proofs for this semester, right? As our live classes, our online exams cannot do prove identities, isn't it? Okay. But sometimes in the multiple choice question we can ask what is this, what is the result of this one, what is divergence of curl of is it 0, or there will be 4 options. For this one there will be 4, so you can choose. There are many identities in the textbook, go through them, can be asked in the multiple choice questions. The answer is on the board. Okay. And this question, verify curl is 0, divergence is 0. R is given xi, y, z, and the position vector of a mass m1, and let mass m2 be located at the origin. If the force of the gravitational attraction is given as here, this part is constant, isn't it? GMM. This verification has been left to you. 39 is given here actually. GMM, and we have to check R model, absolute value of R. What is absolute value of R? r is given here, so absolute value of r is equal to square root of x square plus y square plus z square. That is actually norm of the vector, isn't it? Now when you take the square, it will be cube, so norm r cube will be x square plus y square plus z square to the power 3 over 2. This is x square plus y square plus z square power 1 by 2.